Hi guys, and welcome to the Gym Kings UK Tour. I'm Ricky Moore,
Theo Scorer.
And you know me, I'm Neale Cranwell.
What we're going to be doing, we're going to be going around the country, coming to all the best bodybuilding gyms, and we're going to be giving them honest reviews, feedback, looking at all the kit, having a workout, and just seeing what it's all about.
Okay, so what we're going to look at is 5 things. The gym facility, parking, the vibe of the gym, most importantly is the equipment, but also people worry about changing facilities. This is the OG gym of London, Muscleworks.
And again.
Sorry, push that arm back. Okay. You too strong.
I tell you what, there's security is high here.
Okay, we've got Hassan, the manager. Hassan, what do you like best about Muscleworks Gym?
It's like a family over here. Everybody very nice to each other. It's like a family.
That's it. All these old school gyms, always about community.
And when I grew up, this was the place I really wanted to train when I wanted to be a bodybuilder. Every big UK London bodybuilder trained at Sav's Muscleworks Gym. If you look on the wall, covered in trophies.
All right, boys, so I'm thinking chest and biceps on the agenda today. What are we saying?
Chest and biceps.
Anything to pull them short shorts even shorter. Comment below if you think they're actually his shorts or his girlfriend's. What I am concerned about Ricky lying down on benches is we might see one of his nuts pop out of them small shorts.
So true.
So I was doing a video last week on Instagram, and I did a video, like a progress video, and I didn't realise, right, but our lass got in touch with me about an hour later and said, Ricky, your willy's popping out of the top of your pants. So you got to see the top of my willy on the progress video the other week on Instagram, so I had to delete the video anyway. Lovely form from Theo, pushing up, squeezing the pecs together.
Yep.
Thank you, mate.
Yes.
Cheers.
Come on. Yeah, slow.
Very humbling machine right here.
One more.
One more, let's go.
So what you'll see in this gym, I've noticed it already, is they're compacting the body parts together. So this area, we've got an F-ton of dumbbells. Some gyms only have 1 rack, maybe 2. This gym must have about 8 racks of dumbbells. And it's so old school, there's not one matching pair. And we love that shit.
Are these on, Neale?
Well, these, I'm just going to see how your prostate is, Ricky. So we're going to start with these. So after 3, without lube, I just need you to bend over the counter.
I'm okay, thanks, pal. So what are we going to use these for, Neale?
These are just so, I like it rough, you know, like when you've got a minute to yourself.
Guys, guess what I've just spotted?
What?
Our first tripod.
We're going to try this pec neck out. Looks like a decent bit of kit.
Gym 80.
Okay. Nice controlled reps. Squeeze in the middle. Control on the way back. Slight pause at the stretch. Oosh. Squeeze. Get his pecs full of blood.
So this is the most misdone exercise in all the gym, in my opinion. You'll see people leaning off of the pad, rounding their shoulders, just try and get the handles together. What you need to do is keep leaning back with your chest as high as you can.
Yeah, like that.
And the goal isn't really to touch your handles. The goal is to try and touch your inner elbows together, because that really chunks up your chest. Whereas the handles, chest is soft. So I want to keep the inside of the elbows as tight as you can for the movement.
What you want to do as well, once we got to failure, which is right there, I'm going to go back to the start.
Partials.
We're going to do some stretch partials.
Yeah.
Right here, so we're going to go to stretch position. Get a few extra partials right in that fully extended range of motion. Oh, woo, what a pump.
So I'm here with Thiago. Just stopped me in my tracks. I needed to tell you that he said I look great for 50. I'm actually 49. But Thiago, how long have you been training?
10 years.
10 years?
10 years.
And what's the goal?
The goal is to be like you, of course, at 50. But the goal is to win a pro card one day.
Yes.
Yeah, I will do classic physique, so hopefully I'm gonna win. September. It's all about education, hard work, and I'm embracing bodybuilding in my life now. I'm becoming a better version of myself, like mentally, physically, emotionally, everything.
My man,
Great. Yeah.
You're living it. So what's the hardest body part for you to grow?
The hardest one for me now is shoulders.
Okay.
That's why I'm doing twice a week, and also calves. I have really bad genetics for calves, so I'm doing shoulders and calves twice a week now.
Okay, and what's the goal is to compete in a year's time, 2 years time, next week?
It's gonna be September this year.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, if I get top 3 or if I win, I can go to the nationals next year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm working really hard for that.
What federation's this?
Two Bros Pro.
Two Bros Pro.
Two Bros Pro.
And
yeah.
how long have you been at Muscleworks training?
5 years.
5
since I came to London.
And you're from?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Yes.
I got some good booties in Brazil.
Oh yes, very beautiful ones. Yes.
And what do you think the best thing about Muscleworks is?
The best thing about Muscleworks is the energy this place gives me. I breathe bodybuilding when I came here, and I feel very motivated to see all these pictures and this rough environment. It give me strength, to be the best version of myself. And I just love to be here. I feel alive.
Yeah.
It's really good to be here.
My man. Well, you heard it. Muscleworks is the place.
It's the place to be. Thank you very
Nice
much.
to meet you, brother.
Thank you. Should we do like a pose together? Can we do like a
Yeah,
pose
okay.
together?
Well,
Yeah, let me know.
what's your favorite pose?
Oh, my favorite pose is this one. And also this one. That's a good pose. You got a lot of favorites. You got a lot of favorites.
Okay, here we're going into the next room. Okay, what we got in the next room? We've not been here before, so everything's a surprise. We've got a little boxing area here.
Every good gym does need to have deadlift platforms.
Yeah.
Not just a place on the floor. This has got 3 deadlift platforms, obviously a huge core lift. Boxing, if you're into that. And I don't know whether you see it, but we were welcomed into their shop to choose some outfits to wear, which we'll be wearing later on in the video.
Some great pieces of kit up there. Lovely stuff.
They got a lot of rigging, so
Sexy.
But you see this, I want to buy one of these. But I need a bigger size than that. Bigger size than that. Double XL, treble X. Now, the guy that owns this gym and has been around for longer than me, you can't believe that, can you? But his name's Sav, and that's the man there in his heyday. Still looks good for his age. Not quite as good as I do at 50, but he's looking well, and he's still here today. Loads of info. If you ever get a chance to speak to Sav, he cuts through the BS. Once I was training legs, doing walking lunges, he stopped 3 of us training and said, why the fuck are you doing walking lunges? They don't build anything for your legs. You need to be working lunges to failure, not just walking up and down. Then he told one of the guys training with me, why are you even training with him? Them other 2 are competitors. You're never gonna be like that. So it cut the guy dead in his tracks and he went home. So he's brutally honest, but you need that sometimes. The world's just full of absolute fairies sometimes.
What are your names?
Huh?
What's your name?
LD.
LD. And what's your name, pal? Ethan. We've got Ethan and LD here. Look at these absolutely pumped up guys. Look how awesome these guys look. Old school gym means if you're looking good and you're feeling good, you can take your top off, get pumped while you're working out.
What do you boys train for?
Well, he used to box, I used to play football.
All right, okay. Do you box?
I boxed for 14 years.
Okay. Professional?
No, amateur.
Yeah.
But I fought internationally.
All right. How many fights do you have?
I had 10 fights.
How many wins?
I won 4, lost 6.
Listen, it takes a lot of bottles to get in the ring, so I have massive respect for this guy.
Yeah.
Awesome, mate. Nice to meet you both.
Still actually very handsome after taking all them punches. What's the best thing about Muscleworks for you to speak?
Comfortability. We just come in, get on with my stuff, say hello to everyone. Everyone says hello, everyone's friendly.
Good community.
Community vibes.
And obviously you can take your top off and look the bollocks.
Ricky,
Yes, sir.
guess what? There we go. I was going to say there's a bench there with your name on it.
There we go.
Yeah, man, look at this equipment. So this is a packed gym, and it's got proper hard-working leg equipment. Now, if I was coming to train legs, there isn't nothing we can wimp out on in here. Everything's going to absolutely floor you if you don't put the effort in.
Leg presses galore, hack squats galore, hitting every single angle. This is bodybuilder's paradise right here.
This is where you come if you want to build some championship legs.
Let's go.
Oh, look at that.
Say what now?
Not one of us is definitely, no one's skipping leg day over here.
Good legs.
Yes, sir.
Not quite as good as mine. But good legs.
Controversial.
Now, Ricky's very strong because he's 4 foot, but he's very strong at squatting. What would be your go-to mass builder?
Okay, top 3 quad exercises. Here you go. I'm going to say a Smith machine squat. I'm going to say a very good hack squat. And I also love a single leg Bulgarian split squat. If you want to build the body, you've got to be doing the split squats.
Theo, different than that or? He wants to make love to that thing, boy.
So, when we're talking legs, I know there's a bit of controversy when it comes to this machine, but in terms of isolation, the belt squat.
I thought that was for girls, that one.
It's not for girls, man.
What I will say is that I broke my back. I don't know if you know, but 20 years ago I broke my back in a motorbike accident, and I couldn't do any form of loading down my spine. I did use the belt squat then, but then I became a man and moved on to actual squats.
Remember, okay, if you squat heavy, you get a nobble. Show them the nobble.
Look at that alien.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, Dr. Pimple Popper, if you're watching this, can we book Ricky in? Now this gym don't stop giving.
Fucking hell.
We've got more rooms.
Another room?
Okay, so far this gym's hit fucking every button we want it to, but we need to see the changing facilities. Just gonna go and use the toilet myself, but let's see what it's like. I can't go to the toilet, you're all watching me.
Okay, wait a sec. Has anybody got a microscope or something like that?
Go.
Come on.
Yeah, that's how we get massive, guys. Woo! Nice. Let's go. Come on. Let's build that chest there. Let's build some muscle. Come on, lad. And again, you got 2 or 3 more. Come on, get over. Get one more. Up. That's it. So one thing I'd like to add about MuscleWorks today is we've noticed everybody's been super friendly. I've trained at gyms all across the world, and the people here are some of the friendliest people that I've ever met in a gym anywhere. 10 out of 10 for the community vibes. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. Lovely. That's it, that's proper failure. That was good. Exactly the same. So if you notice as well, Neale here is going to full extension. He's only coming about 2/3 of the way up. If you got past that point, okay, you start bringing the front delts into play. So think full extension at the bottom and about 2/3 to keep maximum tension on the biceps.
And then at this point where I'm failing, I can't get a full rep. I think if you stop there, then go single arm, all of a sudden you have the power for maybe another 3, 4, 5 reps. Okay guys, so we just finished our first ever Gym Kings review. We just did a chest and biceps here at MuscleWorks in London. I've been highly impressed. First rating, okay, is going to be atmosphere and vibe. Okay, we'll start with Neale. So the vibe and the atmosphere is probably, if you watch the full video, you'll hear that everyone said that it was the community and the vibe that they loved about MuscleWorks. I couldn't say more about it. This is one of the most friendly gyms with a great work ethic. I'd give that like a top tier rating. And if we're gonna rate between A and D, there's an S tier for a super gym, but I'll rate the Vibe A.
I'm going to concur with Neale on that one. This is probably the best atmosphere I've ever felt in a gym ever. The people were friendly, everyone was working hard, no one had the phones out, the staff were super friendly. I am going to also give it an A for vibe and atmosphere.
I will third that and give it an A. Obviously, as Neale and Ricky have just said, energy, vibe, you know, everyone you spoke to, they all, you know, corroborated the same story, and everyone was on board with that whole, you know, community and, you know, friendly feel. And I mean, even down to the staff, you know, followed us around the gym, you know, asking us if we were okay and if we needed anything.
Next part of the rating is going to be the equipment, massively important. You know, you can only grow as good as your equipment allows you. Where would you put equipment, Theo?
I'd rate it an A.
I'm going to pretty much agree with Theo. I think I've got awesome equipment, a great selection. I'm going to give it a B.
And I'd agree with Ricky. I wouldn't give it an A. Although it's got a great vibe and a great amount of equipment, there's a lot of old school mixed with some decent newer kit, but there isn't the highest spec kit that you do see in other gyms. So I'd also give it a B.
Yep.
We're going to also rate gyms on parking, because it's massively important for lots of people. They won't join a gym unless they can park on the doorstep. Unfortunately, the parking here gets a D because there is no parking. We are in central London, Bethnal Green.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, a B. I mean, it's amazing, got amazing facilities, but because we've been all over the world, the best gyms in the world, it's not going to quite get an A. But yeah, definitely well deserving of a B rating for facilities.
I agree. B rating. Everything's functional. Everything works well. We've obviously seen top tier, but I'd give it a B.
Okay, so we've got a rating for the staff and the hospitality. Okay, now one thing I'm going to say about this place is the staff and hospitality have been second to none. Everyone's been real friendly, real amazing. They couldn't do enough for us. They gave us a great greeting. Customer service here, top quality. A rating.
Agree, A for staff. Great staff. I used to own a gym 15 years. I wish I had the staff they got here.
I have to agree with both Neale and Ricky, obviously A star, because they've literally bent over backwards to make us feel hospitable here, so it's an A.
The final thing we're going to look at is facilities. So the facilities, changing rooms, food, supplements, what the gym offers other than just the gym and the training stuff. And I think I'd give that a B as well, because it does very well. It caters for all. It's not at that top tier that I've seen in other gyms. It's fantastic. I would train here every day. In fact, I'm going to make a once a week trip here just because the vibe's so good. Okay, so we're going to finalise with giving it 1 rating in total as a summary for the gym. After 3, lads, shout out A to D. 1, 2, 3, A.
B.
2 against 1, Ricky. Muscle Works Bethnal Green gets an A for effort. Yeah. Top gym, come and try it out. And don't forget to follow us for more. There'll be much more of these coming very soon. Like, share, follow. Give me some of that sugar.
We'll see you soon, guys.
The Gym Kings, signing out.
God, yeah.